Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to deliver my lecture on the topic the old woman. Previously we explained it and paraphrased it, but today we will explain comprehension in exercise. So we have these short questions, and I hope that after understanding the poem you are able to answer these questions. So let's take a start. If you remember, we discussed the old woman, and the poet has compared the old woman with different things. First of all, in the first stanza, he compared the old woman, the beauty of the old woman, with a white candle in the holy place. Secondly, he compared her strength, her vigor, with the winter sun. And thirdly, he compared the old woman and her thoughts to the water under the rain mill. Clear? Now, after this discussion, let's discuss short questions. So first of all, we have the short question: who does the poet praise in the poem? The old woman explain. Who does the poet praise in the poem? The old woman explain. Now you see, we are asked about, the woman, that how she is being compared and to what she is being compared. So as you know that the beauty of the woman has been compared with the white candle in the holy place, in the sacred place. So the question is, why does the poet praise in the poem? The old woman explain. So the answer is, he compares her beauty to a white candle in the holy place. Now you see, in this poem, the poet refers to three things of the old woman. First of all, her beauty. The poet refers to her beauty. Then in the second stanza, the poet refers to what? Refers to the vigor and energy, the strength of the old woman. And in the third stanza, we are told about the emotions, the sentiments of the old woman. So now you see, in the first question, you are asked about the beauty of the old woman. Why does the poet, who does the poet praise in the poem? Praise means तारीफ करने, appreciate, admire. The old woman explained. He compares her beauty to a white candle in the holy place. So this is question number one, and this is the answer of question number one. Now the next question we have: what does the white candle represent in the poem, the old woman? I have told you earlier that the white candle or candle is in itself is a symbol of light. It is a symbol of light, and white, the color white, represent peace. But here we are asked about the white candle, that what does the white candle represent in the poem? So as I told you earlier, that the white candle represent the bright shining face of the old woman. You see, it represents the bright shining face of the old woman, means that the white candle tells us about the beautiful face of the old woman. Clear? Now the next question we have: what is the message of the poem, the old woman? Explain briefly. In the first question, we are asked about the face or the beauty of the old woman. In the second question, you see, once again, we are asked about the white candle, that what does it represent? And in the third question, what is the message of the poem, the old woman? Explain briefly. Now you see, in this poem, we get the message that the old woman, or women in general, they are doing laborious work. They are looking after their children. Okay, they are, they manage, they arrange their household, but they are left by their children. when they get old. And now she is, or the women in itself, they are living a life of what? Loneliness. So what is the message? What is the message of the poem, The Old Woman? Explained briefly. So it conveys the message that women deserve or respect and care. Now you see women in the capacity or in the shape of mother, or it is daughter, or it is what? Sister, or being a wife. She performs many tasks, many things. Okay, she manages household, she looks after her children, means your children, and apart from that, so that is why they deserve our respect and care and love. So it conveys the message that a woman deserves our respect and care. She looks after her children, which is a difficult task. But when the children grow up, they leave her alone. We should serve our mother. Now you see, generally we are discussing an old woman, but behind that, the poet is going to refer to mothers in itself. I mean to say that a woman in the capacity of a mother, she does many things, she performs many things. She rears her children, she looks after her children, she performs many tasks, I mean to say chores of the household. Mean that she serves the whole family. But when she grows up, the same children who is being reared, who is being looked after very carefully by their mother, the same children leave their mother and she is being left alone. So what happens? We should serve our mother. So mother deserves too much respect, too much love and affection. And it is the moral and religious obligation of the children to take care of her, to take care of their mother. Clear? Now the next question we have, question number 4. Why does the poet compares the old woman to a white candle in a holy place, the winter sun, and the water under the ruined mill? I told you earlier that in these 3 stanzas, we have total 3 stanzas of the poem, and in each stanza we have 4 lines. I mean to say that each stanza is a kind of quatrain. Quatrain having 4 lines, we call that stanza is quatrain. Now you see, in the first stanza, you see that the poet is going to compare the old woman with the white candle in the holy place. In the second stanza, the winter means she is being compared, the old woman is being compared with the winter sun. And in the third stanza, she is compared, I mean to say, water under the ruined mill. So we are asked in this question that why why does the poet compares the old woman to these 3 things? First of all, white candle, then winter sun, and third, water under the ruined mill. So the answer is, he compares her to a candle. She compares her to a candle because when she was young and energetic, she managed the house, reared her children. Now you see, the poet compares the beauty of the old woman in the way that when she was young, so she would do what? She would rear her children. She was very energetic, so she would rear her children when she was young. And she would manage the household, she would manage her house. That is why she is being compared to a candle in the holy place. Now you see, when she was young, she was quite energetic. She had vigor and she had the strength to look after her children, to manage her house. But now she became old. She became old. Now she has lost her energy. She has lost her vigor. When she gets old, now her beauty, her face is just like what? It's just like a white candle in the holy place. But at the same time, you see, when she lost her energy, her energy, her vigor, so she becomes just like a winter sun having dim light, a winter sun having less heat. Clear? And she is waned, she is dim like the light of the winter sun. So that is why she is being compared differently with different things. Do you like this poem, the old woman? Why? Now you see, we are being asked that if we like this poem or not, whether we like this poem or not. Now you see, the answer is definitely yes, we like this poem. We like this poem because the poet is going to put light upon the women in general, because women itself, being an essential part of the society, they perform many tasks, many work, they face many hardships, many difficulties in their lives. So that is why, especially in Asian countries, in third world countries, the women are passing through many hardships, many difficult times. They live very hardly. They live very hard or difficult life. So here, the poet is going to portray the society that women in general, they perform many tasks. They rear their children. They, manage all the arrangement of their household. They look after their children, and she also, look after her husband as well, just like her children. But when she gets old, when she grows old, the same children are leaving their mother. Means the same woman is being left alone, and at the end, once again, she is being neglected, she is being overlooked. Though at that time of his age, she needs the care and love of her children, but she is being left alone. It is, it is a story of our society, how the woman is being treated, how the old people are being treated. So here, I like this poem. Yes, I like this poem because it is about the laborious life of woman. It is about the laborious life of woman who work hard and rear the children. Now you see, we like this poem. Yes, we like this poem because it is about the laborious, the difficult life of women who work hard. They work very hard. They have very laborious time, very difficult time, and they look after their children. But the children grow up, they leave her alone. Now you see, with the passage of time, the same children who are being reared by the mother, the same mother is being left alone. And the children, what? They do their own business. Means they give priority, they prefer to do their work as compared to the care of their mother. It is our moral and religious obligation to pay respect to our mother. Now you see, it is our moral and religious, morally and religiously, it is our duty, it is our prior obligation, it is our foremost duty to what? To look after and to respect our mothers, because they need our respect. They deserve our affection and love, and they should be paid with what? With the respect and honor that they deserve. Now, the next question we have, what words in the poem, what words in the poem help establish imagery. Now you see, what is imagery? Image means picture. Now what types of, now you see, whenever you study a poem, whenever you study a text, so the same text or the same poem or the same lines of poetry makes or create a word picture in your mind. Word picture in your mind. आपके जहन में बाज़ों का जब आप किसी चीज़ को पढ़ते हो तो आपके जहन में एक तस्वीर बन जाती है और आप सोचना शुरू कर देते हो, आपके जहन के सामने एक तस्वीर आती है. It is said, you might have seen the pictorial qualities, you might have heard about the pictorial qualities which creates a picture in your mind. Imagery, pictorial qualities, these are something which are mostly related to poets. So poets are trying to portray a picture, okay, for the convenience of the reader. So that is why whenever you read a poem, it creates a word picture in your mind, and that is something, I mean to say, it is said that one picture is better than 1,000 words. Now you see, to make a picture in your mind, it becomes quite difficult, but at the same time the poet is going to or try to make a picture for the convenience of the readers. Clear? And the poet wants to create the desired effect. Now you see, what words in the poem helps establish imagery? Imagery, I told you, which creates a word picture. Clear? In imagery, white candle in the holy place. White candle in the holy place. So white candle in the holy place, you know, this makes a picture in your mind, that a white candle, now you see, in the holy place, like church, like mosque. Clear? The candle might be set over there in a shelf, okay, so it creates a picture. Then you see winter sun. Now you see, you might have seen winter sun many times in winter. You might have observed that it might be dim, it might be wan, so it also makes a picture in your mind. And just when you remind that scene, that spectacle of a winter sun, so definitely you will understand the same picture that is being created. And water under the ruined mill. Now you see, one type of water, if you just observe the water under the ruined mill and just you think upon that or you think about that, so it makes a picture in your mind. So this is imagery, it makes an image. Okay, the poet is going to appeal to your five senses. So different poetry, different words appeals to your different senses. Clear? Sometimes it refers to, or it may appeals to the sense of sight, it might the sense of smell. So these are different senses of man which the poet is going to appeal. Now the next we have, how many lines and stanzas are there in the poem? You know that we have 3 stanzas. Each stanza have 4 lines. So the stanza is called a quatrain. It is known as quatrain. Any stanza having 4 lines, we call it a quatrain. So we have 12 lines and 3 stanzas. In each stanza we have 4 lines. So total we have 12 lines. I hope that you have understood these short questions. Okay. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.